Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today because we're gonna have a chat with the inspectors Lam and Q over here at this command trailer. We are in a inbound lot or something of the sort, and well, that's our team right there, and we have been, I don't know, impounded by the HKPF? Anyway, Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you something. From now on, I'm gonna play in the HD mode. There's a mode that increases the font size and all that. I think it makes it easier, at least for me, it makes it way easier for me to read, and I hope that it's better for you as well. The game got a little bit, I don't know if this existed in the original version of the game, but right now, I'm gonna play it as that, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. For now, the cramped confines of the command trailer are packed to the gills with security-rated technology. Terminals and surveillance packages, all stamped with the Mitsuhama logo, fill every inch of available space. Just ahead of you, a pair of senior inspectors, one male and one female, stand over a command console. The man offers you a friendly smile. Ah, Mr. Silver Eyes, you're here. Very good. I'm Senior Inspector Andy Lam, one of the leaders of this task force. Thank you so much for coming to us promptly. He extends a hand for you to shake. Okay, I will shake your hand, sure. The woman, an elf, retorts through a mouth that seems drawn into a permanent scowl. She doesn't seem so angry to me. Look, Lam, I've got a bastard of a migraine, and our guest is a professional criminal. You think that we could dispense with the pleasantries and get to business? Oh, yes, of course. He offers her a slight bow. My apologies, Senior Inspector Q. And as for you, Seal, you must be wondering what you and your team are doing here. Yeah, I got a feeling that you're going to tell me, aren't you? Q cuts in, rubbing the bridge of her nose between her thumb and forefinger. Long story short, we've got a problem, and you're in a unique position to help us solve it. This is a job offer, Seal. We want to hire you. Unique position, huh? You want to tell me what you mean by that? We need to gather information on someone that you have history with, someone that we suspect of criminal wrongdoing, but can't move on without proof. Pull up the file, Lam. Lam nods and his fingers dance over the keypad, his PDA's keypad. Over his PDA's keypad. He raises that's a typo right there. He raises the device to show you what he's pulled up on the display. From the device's tiny screen, a familiar face leers back at you. Lam holds it to your face for a few seconds, then pulls the device away. Yeah, that's the leader of the, Special Duties Task Force or something. You have history with this woman. He phrases it as a statement, not a question. I know her. She was in charge of the police ambush that nearly killed me when I first got here. That's right. And that ambush did kill some friends of yours. A Lone Star officer named Carter and a Shadowrunner who called himself Nightjar, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they were friends of friends, but yeah, they were shot through the head in the ambush. Crate's people are nothing if not efficient. And the Chief Inspector herself is a highly decorated officer, a leader of the HKPF's elite special duties unit. Within the police force, she's universally respected and feared. She's also the unofficial face of the special duties unit in the Hong Kong media circuit. When they need a talking head for a news broadcast, she's the woman they go to. To her fellow inspectors, Crate is a hero and a role model. They'd go to bat for her. What does that mean? Without a second's hesitation, the woman has a lot of pull. Yeah, she's a big deal, I got it. Move on. Key members of the Executive Council believe that Crate is at the center of a conspiracy within the HKPF, that she and her co-conspirators been working as mercenaries under our noses, taking on illicit side work for profit and tarnishing the HKPF's good name in the process. This task force was assembled to investigate that suspicion. They believe that she's gone bad? Gee. What was her first clue? Their association with Josephine Tsang, funny enough. Yeah, including the APB that Tsang had her put out on you. You may be aware that your name was cleared, by the way, that the APB was lifted and your file scrubbed clean. Lem and I were the ones who made that happen. Well, in that case, I guess that a thank you is in order? That wouldn't be necessary. That APB should never have been called out in the first place. Rescinding it was the right thing to do. Now, we understand that the prospect of working with a police task force could feel foreign to you, and I fully expect that you have questions that you'd like to ask. If there's anything pressing that you'd like to know, I'll do my best to answer. Okay, here's one. Why me? There are plenty of other runners in Hong Kong. Other runners don't have a built-in reason to want Crate dead. You do. Beyond that, you're the perfect deniable asset for this job. If you get caught or killed, the SDU will assume that you were there to get revenge for what they did to you. So if I get caught doing this job for you, you're gonna leave me to twist, huh? How is that any different from any other job you've worked? Besides, what we pulled from you in your interrogation has convinced us that we can trust you for this. That's invaluable to people in our position. Yeah, I suppose. How the hell did you get my boat here without Kindly Chang stopping you? What makes you think that she could stop us? The Yellow Lotus is powerful, but we have a navy at our disposal. Navy? What did you do? Attack Hioi? Of course not. We made a token show of force, and that was that. Kindly Chang doesn't want the Marine Police sparking a Sea Panther off on Hioi docks any more than anybody would. As highly as she might think of you, she wasn't about to risk a shooting war to keep us from towing your barge. Okay, I want to know who I'll be working with if I do this. What are your roles in this organization? I handle the technical side of the investigation, decking, information monitoring and control, surveillance work, that sort of thing. Q is on loan from Mitsuhama Corporate. She's a cop, just like I am, but her primary responsibility is safeguarding the company's image and financial interest. Mitsuhama, what does the Japana Corp care about the dirty cops in Hong Kong? The Hong Kong police is owned and operated by Mitsuhama. The company is obviously concerned by what's happening here, so they dispatched me to help Lama lead this investigation. Consider me a corporate liaison here to bridge the gap between the D-suits, and the uniforms. Yeah, as long as you're paying me. No, actually, yeah, sounds thrilling. Let's go with that. Yeah, it pays better than walking a bit. Okay, so tell me where this impound lot is located. I want to know how far from home you've taken me. We are nearer to Aberdeen than we are to Hioi. That's about all that you need to know. Secrecy is one of our most important tools for survival still. We can't give you an exact address. Okay, so I'd like to go back to Hioi. You gonna let me do that? If you choose to work for us, certainly, when the job is done. If you refuse, on the other hand, well, that's a more complicated discussion. I thought you said that I wasn't a prisoner here. Oh, you're not. But the thing is, you know about this task force now. That's a security risk. If you refuse to help us, we're going to have to hold you here for your own safety. You can go back to Hioi when the job is done, and Crate and her people are behind bars. However long that takes, I guess. That's right. Well, however long it takes. Or you could just help us and be home in a day or two. Your call. Yeah, okay, so what's next? What's next is that we let you go for now. Take some time, think it over, and come back when you're ready to seal the deal. After you have accepted, we'll go into the details of the run. You know who I work for. Do you know what would happen to me if I agreed to work with the cops? It is very much in the Yellow Lotus's interests that this issue be taken care of. The Executive Council as a whole is happy to maintain the status quo. As far as the Triads are concerned, so long as the Yellow Lotus sticks to its territory and keeps its soldiers away from people of status, the Council doesn't care what they do. But these corrupt cops, they're unpredictable. Who's to say that a councilman with an agenda, the Eastern Tiger rep say, won't send them to hit your boss's mahjong parlor? Crate and her people are wild cards, extremely well-armed, dangerous wild cards who wear the same uniforms that we do. That's a bad situation for us, and an even worse one for you. Go talk to Chang and run our offer by her. Talk to your team too. Tell them what we've told you. We're confident that they'll want to work with us. They should be heading to the Defiance as we speak. Fun name, by the way. Well, it's less fun than the other one. The original one, anyway. Yeah, I saw that. Kind of you to keep her safe for me. When you've made your decision, come back to us. No rush, no pressure. We're not trying to coerce you into doing this. We're all on the same team here, and we're confident that your boss will see things our way. Okay, I'll talk to her kindly. No promises, though. She's a nasty girl. I think I still remember her voice, or at least the voice that I made for her. Let me just see if there's anything here for us. Nope, it just looks like a van. Let's get out of here. Let's go to... I'm not gonna say goodbye to anybody. Okay, not gonna say goodbye to anybody. Let me use the WASD keys here to navigate, because I have a second screen and my mouse kind of goes out of the window. Anyway, let's see. Should I explore a little bit more or something? Because sometimes there are NPCs around, but in this case I don't think there are. Maybe over there? Not really. Okay. Well, see you later, guys. Have fun doing whatever you're doing right now. I like this car. Love that car. Look at that. Look how slick it is. Awesome. I wish that in the future cars would be like that. Well, maybe with self-driving cars and all that. Yeah, that's Defiance right there. That is Defiance. As you pass through the hatch, step into the familiar confines of the Defiance, you find your team waiting for you. Well, this is a hell of a thing. Gobet absent-mindedly passes a rat from one hand to another. The rodent squeaks and chirps in delight. You said it, Gunshow. Not our best day ever as a team. So what's the deal, Seal? Who captured us? Are they cops? Corporate security? Conspiracy of some kind, maybe? Yeah, they want us to work for them. To help take down Crate and her dirty cops. Really? That's interesting. What'd you tell them? I punted. Told them that I'd need to talk to Kindly before I could commit to anything. Good call. Might as well get this over with. See if you can get the old lady on the comm. We need to bring Auntie Chang up to speed on what's happening here. Okay, so apparently we are not gonna go to Hihoy. I thought we were gonna go to... I was kind of confused, actually. Because they just said I wouldn't be able to go there. Anyway, let's contact Kindly Chang with our PDA. You tap Kindly Chang's personal comm link number into your PDA and hit the send button. A moment later, the old woman's face appears on the screen. And here comes her voice.
Sil, a pleasure to see you, dear. I've been worried sick.
She swills something the color of rotten plums out of a highball glass.
Now, would you kindly tell me where the fuck you've been?
In trouble, Auntie Chang. Turns out the cops were still following me. Even after the APB was called off. Let's start with that because don't break news to, yeah, let's go with that.
Ah, I see.
Her voice goes cold.
You're calling me from police custody.
Yeah, they had a mage poke around in my head, Auntie Chang. My calling you isn't going to make much of a difference.
They scanned you? How disappointing.
There's a long pause, then finally,
tell me exactly what they said to you. Don't leave anything out.
Okay, let's be straight with her. Let's see. So, the cops who have me want to take down Crate, you know, the cop who keeps popping up on the news? Her eyes flash dangerously.
I know who she is. Keep talking.
The leaders of the group are called Q and Lam, Auntie Chang. That's what the DCI at the holding pen said. They're senior inspectors.
Oh, those won't be their real names, dear. Not if they're letting you contact me like this.
Yeah, they kind of got that feeling. Whoever they are, they're after the cops that were working for Josephine Tsang. They want my help. She lifts the glass to her lips and takes another slurp of the dirty, viscous liquid.
Ah, they're after the filth who ambushed you, then. The ones that killed Nightjar.
Yeah, she liked him. And Carter.
Nobody gives a fuck about Carter. You should know better than to interrupt me by now, Gunshow.
She dismisses the outburst with a wave of her hand.
Now be a good boy and keep your mouth shut.
Duncan clenches his jaw. He's clearly furious, but he says nothing.
Alright, I want you to go along with it. Tell them that you'll take the job with my blessings.
Wait, you want me to work with these people?
Yes. I do believe that this entire clusterfuck of a situation could work to our advantage. I've always wanted to get a runner into the HKPF secure facilities, and here this task force is... inviting you in, and if you get...
What's that comb over there? Anyway,
and if you can avenge my sweet Nightjar's death in the process, well, so much the better.
Okay, so... you want me to spy on cops. Makes sense, I suppose.
Just be smart. Do nothing that would endanger the Yellow Lotus or myself, and report back to me if you see anything that could constitute a threat. Above all, keep your eyes open and don't trust this task force of yours, whatever they do.
Yeah, I always keep my eyes open, Auntie Chang. That's why I'm still alive.
Good boy. Oh, and Sil, I'm sure that the police confiscated the Kong that you procured from Eddie Tang. The one that I paid you to retrieve for me? Get it back.
She thumbs a button on her PDA and the screen goes black. Well, guess that's it. She lifts her shoulders into an aft shrug. We're doing this. Yeah, I want to kill every one of these assholes. We'll use the task force to help us take down Crate, and then Q and Lam will get their turn. Oh, then there's no more to be said. He turns away, his armor rustling and his body shifts. You go back to Lam and Q and accept the job. I will ready my gear. You're not coming with us, man. I don't really... unless I know a mission is gonna be good for you. I don't really use him that much. Melee is not really my style. Actually, in the last mission for the main campaign, he did a pretty awesome job. I won't deny it. That was a pretty awesome... I love that final confrontation. That was pretty awesome. Not with the boss, though. Not with the boss, but the protection of Isabel while she was decking, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I love that. Anyway, your workstation and mission computer. Let's see what I got over here. So let's check the inbox for messages. No unread messages. Let's read the old ones. I can't read the old ones. Okay, that's fine. Open the jobs directory. View all pending jobs. There are none. I wasn't expecting any. Can I see anything? Okay, so these are all blank. Can I access this? Oh, it accessed the BBS. That's cool. Let's see. Crowdfund my... this... What? Okay, let's see. Vultures in the walled city. What is that? I just saw some corporate suits scouting around the walled city. Gentrification imminent. Whatever. The rubble's barely settled in the slums. Huh. So the moment that life takes a turn for the better in the walled city, some corpse smells a profit and moves in. Appalling. Well, that shouldn't come as a surprise. But they buy up the tenements... Tear them down and put in luxury coffin apartments, complex and helipad, so that wheel-heeled don't have to tread through the filth of the street. What about the Yellow Lotus? Can't see a triad letting a corpse waltz in and demolish a source of revenue without so much as a whimper. So that's the thing. Bow's guys are nowhere to be seen. You know, some red envelopes changed hands. Nguyen talks, but the suits still brought plenty of private security. Clearly not taking any chances. Looking for romance. Not interested right now. Maybe later. Can I post anything for sale? Not really. Okay, so mission computer as always. Let's walk away for now. There's nothing. Let's go down there. A sneeze is coming up, by the way. If I need to just pause for a little bit, forgive me. I think a sneeze might be coming up. But anyway. Meanwhile, let's have a chat here with Gaichu. Gaichu stands, arms crossed over his chest, almost as if he were waiting for you to arrive. He nods in greeting. Strange times we live in, are they not? Beset by unknown enemies, rescued by police, and conspiracies afoot all around. Yeah, seems like par for the course for us. Such is the life of the lawless Ronin. All of the best stories find the heroes trapped in an impossible predicament, surrounded by enemies and without a way out. And yet they always survive. Do you know how? Violence. Something we excel at. How can I be of assistance? So how are you holding up? Oh, the sneeze is really strong right now. I apologize. Duplicious corporate managers, triad gangsters, or police? What really is the difference? None can be trusted fully. Each one would sell us out if it benefited them in the long run. Yet I continue to be paid, so I will remain. Do not be fooled by our benefactors. If everything they wanted were to be granted them, and they could earn promotions by arresting us or killing us, they would. Money and power rule this city and everyone in it. It is a ravenous maw that devours the weak. I care little for their aims, other than that I can profit from them. What about Crate? Revenge for what she did? What she did? She did to you! I never knew Carter, and I had a bounty on my head far before I met you, simply because I am a ghoul. Fundamentally, Crate is no more responsible for what happened to you than those who followed her orders. She received her orders from Josephine Sang, as we do from our clients. Revenge has no place in the shadows, unless the slight was personal. Hers were simply business. The ghoul lifts his chin, taking a deep breath in through his nose. Sorry about that. Where you go, I will follow. My only counsel at this time is to be... At this time is to be cautious, watch your back, and be prepared to have a way out. Okay, so what do you think about the cops, our benefactors? I wonder if they did not overstate the danger of Crate and the Special Duties Unit. I do not fear much, especially not a SWAT team. It seems they may be overstating the danger she posed to us during the riots. Certainly she's dangerous, but so are most of those we faced. Consider it. We thwarted a AA corporation, survived a police APB, and stared down a god of death from beyond the depths of known astral space. A SWAT commander seems a pale comparison, don't you think? As for our benefactors, keep your eyes open. For all of her foul-mouthed posturing, I have admired Kindly Cheng's insistence that we trust no one but her. I do not trust Q or Lam. Lam's enthusiasm is cloying and false. Q is a corporate soldier, and no doubt would execute us without a second thought if ordered. Yeah, my plan with Q... So, he extended his hand when we met him. So my plan with Q is... What's that sound? Anyway, my plan with Q is going to be to try and play him. Hopefully I will try to... I don't know if the game is going to respect that or is going to take that into account, but what I would do here, what I would roleplay here, is I would try to gain his favor. Not his favor, I'm not expecting him to do anything for me, but I want him to believe that I would do something for him. And if he turns out that he's a bad guy, I will betray him. And at the worst, that'll be the worst, because he's gonna be like, "But I thought you liked me. You shook my hand and you smiled when I said things." Yeah, I believe I'm keeping a close watch on them. Good. I will endeavor to be ready for any duplicity should it arise. What do you think of that last run? There's little for me to say. I was not there. Everything I know of what happened is secondhand information. So, talk to you later, I guess. Yeah, let's have a chat here with, what is his name? Rector, yeah. I'm still getting accustomed to the names. Yeah, it's been a while. Welcome back! Was there something else that you needed? So what do you intend to do after we finish this? I suspect that I'll return to what I was doing before we got pressed ganged into working with the HKPF. I will Shadowrun for funds and entertainment, and spend my spare hours working on and refining my mechanical counterpart. Koshei scurries forward and Rector rests his hands on the drone's chassis. The drone rubs up against his leg like a dog, light glinting off the smooth contours of his ardent body. Always a work in progress, don't you know? How could he not be? To improve Koshei is to improve the best part of myself. So you're saying that you'll never be finished with Koshei? I sincerely doubt it. Koshei is my masterpiece, and I will continue to refine him until I die. That's assuming that I fail to achieve immortality, of course, and that is far from a foregone conclusion, I assure you. Yeah, in the world of Shadowrun, it is. And what about you, my friend? Do you have any grand ambitions to share? If so, share them. I'm all ears. Ambitions? No. I think that after this thing is over, it might be time to make a change. How far be it from me to dissuade you. Adaptation in the face of the changing conditions is a good thing, as it has always been. That said, I hope that your change doesn't take you away from this group. We make a good team, you and I. Now, let's just change the subject, huh? The future can wait. I'm sure that there are many more pressing matters that we could discuss. He wasn't with us in the last run, was he? I don't think he was. The run itself was fine, I suppose. Simple and straightforward with minimal complications. In truth, it was nothing to write home about. You already know my feelings on how the job ended and the predicament that we now find ourselves in. But who knows? Perhaps, given kindly Chang's interest in our predicament, we will find some way to twist all of this to our advantage. Now, do you have any other questions? Nope, I gotta run. See you later, man. I'm gonna have a chat with Gobat, because, yeah, let's have a chat with Gobat, because I always like her dialogues. Always pretty awesome. Is that my stash? Yeah, that's my stash. It's not my bed or anything, it's my stash. Is that... Oh, do I have all my... No, this is new stuff. Isn't it new stuff? Yeah, I think it is. Maybe it isn't. Emperor's Sword, I remember this. I have HKPF EOD suits. That is awesome! A version of suit worn by explosives ordnance disposal experts. This one has been customized to be light enough to wear while in combat. That's pretty cool. How can I go back? Can I press escape or... Confirm, I guess. Yeah. Let's go upstairs and talk to Gobat. She and her rats. I really like this character. I really like her. She is pretty awesome. It's a shame she doesn't go on with us on missions too often. But anyway. Hey Gobat, how's it going? Gobat's cabin looks cleaner than you remember. Oh, why? Turning your head, you discover the reason why. The mountains of dirty laundry and food packaging that usually lie strewn across the floor have been gathered into an impressive mound in the corner. Madness and folly scurry along the perimeter of the heap, sporadically ducking into and out of the layer of discarded clothing. It's looking good, holding its shape even. She sews her lip contemplatively. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. A couple more pizza boxes to help distribute the load, and I could move right in. What are you doing? Meditating, kind of. I'm communing with Rat. You know, it's like I'm getting my head right. Considering all that's just happened, it seems like the right thing to do. You're communing with Rat by piling garbage in a corner? Clean garbage. It's all perfectly hygienic. And I'm not piling it, I am making myself a nest. It's what Rat would do in our situation. See, the only thing that Rat likes less than wide open spaces is living in captivity. I'm right there with her on that, and the whole getting gassed and waking up in a cage thing has me a little on edge. I'm getting closer to Rat by making myself a solution, just like she would. She kicks the base of the mound of clothing. The entire thing shudders, then collapses in a heap on the ground. Well, looks like it needed more cardboard, I suppose. I broke my fort. Frowning deeply, she heaves a sigh. My kingdom for a couch cushion, you know? Or maybe a nice ottoman. Something that can support more weight. Hey, Gobbet, mind if I ask you a few questions about something else? I mean, like, non-fort... Oh, actually, let's not go with that. Let's go with this one. She likes it when we are funny. I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe one of those boats they have impounded here as a futon or something. Nah, it's okay. Don't bother. She turns away from the now ruined pile of laundry and refuses, rubbing the bridge of her nose between thumb and forefinger. The magic is gone anyway. So anyway, is there something that you wanted, Seal? If not, I'm all ears. If so, I'm all ears. So how are you doing with all of this? I don't know. About as well as can be expected, I guess. How about you? How are you dealing with it? You got it worse than any of us. With the magical torture and your night locked in the box and all? Honestly, I'm pissed off. Somebody's going to have to pay for what's happening here. She nods slowly. Damn right. Someone's gonna pay. I'll help you make it happen. Maybe I'll do some magic on their brain, so see how they like it. Anyway, for what it's worth, I am glad that you are at least more or less okay. Yeah, what do you think of our last run? Well, I wasn't there, so, no. I've got nothing. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Well, apparently I gotta run. See you later. See you later, Gobbet. Let's have a chat here with Isabel. Hey, girl. Is she messing up in the Matrix or whatever? Isabel raises her visor. What's up? Ever play any video games on that monstrosity of a terminal? Fuck no. The octopus isn't for video games. And besides, I have better things to do than fight make-believe digital enemies. Like, fight real digital enemies. Well, there are games where you don't fight anybody. Why don't you play some... I don't know. Sims? Anyway, yeah, at least you've got your priorities down. The skills I choose to hone are the ones I find most practical. In this line of work, survival is key. So, what do you think of our last run? We really botched that one, didn't we? Literally walked right into the cops' hands. She clicks her tongue, her expression full of regret. She doesn't bother to hide her sarcasm. Couldn't have imagined a better outcome. Well, try to look on the bright side. We're being given a chance to take down the person responsible for a lot of our grief. Sounds more like an opportunity to put our necks on the line with less than... That's another typo. This... It's necks without the apostrophe. Necks on the line, and with less than fantastic odds. Let's just hope these investigators know what they're doing. Any more questions? Nope. Apparently not. Let's have a chat with, Duncan. Oh, man. Hey, man, how's it going? Make it quick, will ya? Okay, we're gonna be like that. What do you think of our last run? Where the hell to begin? No, what I should be asking is where did things go south? From what these investigators are saying, it sounds like they were tracking us, watching us until an opportunity to... What the fuck is this? A kidnapping? Were we kidnapped? Pretty much. This is bullshit. Nothing but a first-come, first-served situation. We still don't have any real say in this. We walk away, Krait's troops jump us. We stay here, our every move is monitored. Sure, we stand to lose more if Krait gets us, but staying here is like being prisoners with off-site permissions. That's not how I want to leave. Don't know what we can do about it. We weren't given much of a choice. But if you think of anything, I'm all ears. We done here? Okay. Gotta run. And also, the end of the episode has come upon us. I just looked at my second screen right now, and, well, it's gonna be it for now. But I'm glad to see that Duncan is it Duncan? Let me just check. I'm sorry, guys. Let's just check. Is it Duncan? Yeah, I'm gonna try to remember that name, because it's a pretty important character. But I'm glad to see that it's still, easily excitable as always. But for now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.